Meaning, history, nature, scope, and development of social studies. Now, the meaning of social studies. According to Aristotle, man is a social animal. Man cannot live away from the society. Society is a group of individuals. So, man and society depends upon each other for their existence and survival. Social studies refers to a scientific study that involves how people live and organize themselves in society by embracing different disciplines such as history, economics, sociology, geography, and anthropology. The study of human culture and how humans relate to each other in those cultures. The purpose of social studies is to help us learn how to relate to one another. The life and activities of man in society provides the subject matter for the various social sciences which have been organized into such subjects as history, civics, geography, economics, and sociology. The integration of all these subjects is known as social studies. Social studies emphasizes that the study must be social, that is, study of society, for society, and through society. Social studies are important because it is the basis as to understand and creating active, responsible citizens within the society. The earlier we start teaching social studies, the more responsible our citizens will be in the future towards each other. Social studies refers to a part of the school syllabus concerned with the study of social relationships, past experiences, and the operation of communities. Social studies, as the name suggests, such as the social subjects related to people and society. It studies social activities of people and their relationship with the environment. The subject matter of social studies is not confined to a particular person or a society, but it covers the entire mankind. According to Secondary Education Commission of USA, the social studies are understood to be those whose subject matter relates to the organization and development of human society. According to Jardim K. Social studies deals with the study of man and his relationships with other men and his environment. According to John Michaels, social studies are concerned with man and his interaction with his social and physical environment. According to Wesley, the term social studies indicates materials whose content as well as aim is predominantly social. More so, according to Polestar, social studies, as the very name suggests, is the study of society, and its chief aim is to help people to understand the world in which have to live and how it can be so that they may become responsible citizens. The art of living is a fine art to which social studies contributes understanding. The nature of social studies. Social studies is the study of society. Schools lay foundations for the children about the nature of democracy, even though schools play an indirect role in the social change. Social studies subjects should cultivate social, moral, ethical, and spiritual values. The subject deals with the man and his multilateral relationship. Social studies draw its material from history, geography, civics, economics, and sociology. It is a systematized form of all these subjects explaining the whole environment of the man's past and present. It is a study whose subject matter relates directly to the organization and development of human society and to man as a member of the social group. Man is a social animal. His personality, development, and individuality is the result of his being in the society. Hence, the nature of social studies is dynamic. In social studies, the emphasis is upon relationships rather than upon individuals. It deals with social activities rather than individual activities. It trains the students to solve these problems and to exist in a democratic society. It is not only gives knowledge about the past and future, but explain the relationship between these two. It helps the individuals to develop the necessary social skills and attitudes necessary for the society. Knowing about the past history and the way of life of the people in the past, students will be able to analyze the past situations and can make necessary improvements for the present. It explains how the present day technological knowledge helps the people in looking after their welfare. It gives training in the values of democracy and how to apply the democratic principles in their day-to-day life. The subject matter of social studies does not confine itself to the national level, but takes into its preview the entire world affairs and gives training for their world citizenship. Historical background of social studies. Social studies deals with the activities of people living in society. The term social studies is used to designate the subject which deals with the human relationships. Historically, social studies originated in USA in 1892 when in a conference a combined study of history, economics and political science was given in the name of social studies. In 1911, a committee often further enlarged its scope by incorporating sociology into it. In 1916, social studies gained official cognition and its importance was highlighted for the first time by National Education Commission. In 1921, a national council was constituted aiming at deep studies relating to unification and coordination of different subjects. After Second World War, it affected the thinking of other countries also. Besides England, other countries of Europe too started realizing the importance of social studies, but due to critics, unfortunately, the subjects could not have its proper development. Gandhiji's basic education also attempted to coordinate different subjects, which, however, met the only partial success. University Commission, Mudaliar Commission, and Kotari Commission too recognized the need of coordinating different subjects and emphasized on the importance of retaining social studies as an essential subject of study. The development of this subject is still in infancy and the need greater attention for its proper development. In the present age of science and technology, human beings are facing numerous problems. Education is a dire necessary for successful functioning of modern democratic societies. The burden of responsibilities of solving complex social, economical, political, and ethical problems has fallen upon schools where children need to be trained to solve day to day problems rationally. In fulfilling this responsibility, the school should select such instructional program which coordinate past with present and helps them in solving day to day problems. This leads to the emergence of social studies as an independent field of study at the elementary and secondary schools level. Scope of social studies. The term scope refers to the range, extent, outlook, application, breadth, and comprehensiveness. Social studies is an integrated study of social sciences and humanities. The scope of social studies is to acquaint the children with various social activities. The scope of social studies is very vast as it deals with the different areas. We know that social studies help the learners in understanding the human environment in its totality. Therefore, the breadth of social studies programs should provide for a variety of experiences so that child's learning will be well rounded and well balanced. Social studies study the relationships, that is, relationships between man and man, relationships between man and institutions, relationships between man and earth, and the relationship between man and gods. So, these above contents are to be included with programs of teaching social studies. The major concern of this area of study is to attend the child with past and present problems related to social, economical, political, geographical, etc. Therefore, its area is extended to the subjects like history, geography, civil, civics, economics, environmental studies, and sociology, etc. The area of the social studies curriculum deals with the variety of man's needs and problems. The focal points of the study are the following generations. People everywhere have certain basic needs and wants. How do they meet these needs depends upon their environment and cultural level. People depend upon each other for the satisfaction of basic needs. The more complex these needs, the more independent people become. Ways in which people solve the problems of today and tomorrow are influenced by their cultural heritage. Insights into the problem of the part gives direction to decision making for the future. A peaceful world is based upon mutual respect and understanding. Cooperation among individuals and groups is essential to the well being of people everywhere. Thus, the major concern of this area of study is to acquaint the child with his past and present geographical and social environment. The aim of the subject is to make the child familiar with the environmental setting consisting of our homes, our neighborhoods, our town, our region, our country, and the vast world. Hence, the scope of this subject is very vast.